Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullahu khair for tuning in to Ridwanullah Tv. This is your host, motivator, coach, whatever you want to call me. Inshallah, I just got a few things to talk about, and I wanted to do it live, inshallah. I'm doing multiple streams for the first time. There's one that I'm doing on Facebook, and there's another one that I'm doing on YouTube. See. Trying to see if I could get the right angle, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody on Facebook. Just got a few things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, inshallah. So stay tuned for a little bit, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And I'm also streaming live on YouTube. For some reason, the YouTube version looks a lot better. So just 1 second, inshallah. You guys could just bear with me, inshallah, trying to get a little bit better situated. I appreciate you guys taking your time to tune in for a little bit, inshallah. All right. First time, multiple streaming, so inshallah, be patient with me for a little bit. Since I'm balling, I got a couple of technical challenges. So, okay. It's weird how the camera angles and everything is, so inshallah, I'll get started. Whoever's watching, jazakallahu khair. Whoever's watching live, jazakallahu khair for granting me the opportunity to speak with you. And for those who are not watching live and will be watching later, I appreciate you taking the time to show some love, pressing the like button. If you're on YouTube, subscribing. If you are anywhere else, wherever in the world you may be, showing some love, I just got to give a quick shout out to one of my high school friends, Zay Alvarez. And honestly, when we used to go to East Highland back in the day, it's one of the good dudes that I connected with, and I don't know, him and his brother and the whole crew just had a really, really good vibe. And I'm not even sure if you guys can hear me. But alhamdulillah, I had a really, really good vibe with him. And, as we gotten older, it took two separate paths. We run into each other every once in a while. And basically, the reason why I wanted to give shout out to him is because he was the first one to press the like button. His love is unconditional. I just want to give you a quick shout out, Zay, wherever you are. I see that you're an intellectual as well. So hopefully we could do some sort of collaboration down the line in the future where, our work cross paths and we could do amazing things together. Have close to the fun that we did in high school. You know what we did and all the craziness that we had, especially during the lunch breaks. But anyway, Jazakallahu khair for tuning in. Starting off the right way, all praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, owner, and sustainer. And may the peace and blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon the most esteemed leader and most honorable teacher, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his family, his companions, and those who follow him until the day of judgment. Allahumma ameen. I think I already stalled enough with the technology. I'm not going to wait for anybody to log in and whatnot. Inshallah, I'm trying to get back to streaming live. I really heard about that. I really heard about, doing live videos. It kind of helps reach more people. So, a couple of things inspired and motivated me to start, doing this live video. The first one is, at work, we're in the last month and we have a couple of goals that we have to meet. And with those couple of goals, I realized, I'm very close to hitting my goal. So I'm, for some reason, I noticed that I started to lose a little bit of motivation. And, I started talking to a couple of people, meeting with a couple of people, and, outside of work actually, and I started to feel like maybe, this ambition, this power, this whatever you want to call it, hope, optimism, positive energy, that I was trying to build all along started to dwindle in me. I couldn't tell if it was me or the individuals that I was meeting with or so forth and so on, but I started to notice that I'm feeling down a little bit. And then, trying to figure a lot of things out in life, you know what I mean? Which direction I want to head, what I want to do with my life, where I'm trying to go with all of this, and, just trying to see how I can improve myself and improve my life. And, I started to slip into the IDGAF mode. Everybody knows what that is that I don't give a... I'll pause there. And that I wish you would type of mentality where, you just don't give a crap. You don't want to see any human beings, and if you see him sooner, it'll be, if you see him, if you don't see him for the rest of your life, it'll be too soon. So I really wanted to kind of think, how can I get out? Alhamdulillah, I sense when I'm getting into a slump. I sense when I'm not feeling well. And, I felt like giving up. I felt like, I shouldn't continue forward with, these multiple projects, working, trying to build a business, trying to get my money up, trying to, step up my deen, trying to, my family, the ummah, all of these things. And I was like, this is not, functioning right. This is not going in the right direction. So I really had to rethink about what I wanted to do with my life, especially getting the constructive feedback that I do with the work that I do. A lot of people tend to, give you negative vibes. A lot of people tend to give you positive vibes in a weird way. And a lot of people give you positive vibes in a positive way. So, it really depends on how you, understand that conversation and how you internalize the message that they're trying to give you. So I really wanted to figure my life out, starting 2 YouTube channels, one being a personal brand and the other one being a professional brand. Just a quick recognition to all the people who subscribe to the Ridwanullah TV channel, reaching over 100 subscribers. And I know some of you guys are laughing at me for the 100 subscribers, but to me, that means the world to me. And only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows how much hard work I had to put in to be able to get to that level, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So that was a big win for me. But, with trying to figure out how to strategize my message, how to strategize my mission, how to strategize my vision, I started to feel down. I started to feel like I couldn't keep going anymore. I wanted to give up. But something in the back of my mind kept telling me, it's not time. It's not the moment. It's not worth giving up at this particular game in the state, in this particular time in the game, where, I still feel like a beginner, even though I've been doing this for at least 5 years now. At least when I started the journey on personal and professional development, I really wanted to, figure a lot of things out and went through a lot of dead ends. And, there's a couple of doors opening right now, but I feel like it's a small crack. And sometimes that crack could feel like it's never going to expand. But I wanted to kind of figure out how to live a life on my own terms, a life that is free, a life that is not stuck to the 9-to-5 grind, a life that is not full of financial pain, relationship pain, physical pain, deen pain. I really wanted to live my life on my own terms and live life according to how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted me to live, without restrictions and things like that. So the reason why I'm telling you this is, if you're joining us, I don't even know if anybody's watching. But if you are, I see a couple of people have joined and probably left. But in any case, press the like button, invite people over. I really want to speak from the heart, from my soul today. To anybody who's watching, some family members are watching, some friends are watching, some co-workers, some clients, students, business partners, hopefully business partners in the future. And I really wanted to speak to those individuals who are thinking about giving up, who are basically on their last straw. Their energy is depleting, their power is depleting, their motivation is depleting. They're going through a lot of hardships. They're going through a lot of physical, mental, spiritual, financial, relationship pain, whatever it may be. And they really want to kick that to the curb. And I want to inspire you, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I want to motivate you. I don't even know which camera to look into, but wherever you're watching from, however your whatever goals and dreams that you have, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay. I understand that it is okay to feel that way. And I think it was yesterday or the day before that when I started to feel like giving up. All the projects that I have going on, not seeing much success in terms of the financial aspect of it, but in terms of the moral aspect of it, the feel good of it. I know that I'm reaching a lot of people, and if I'm even reaching one person, I know I'm doing my job right. And if I could, inspire and motivate one individual where they know that I'm speaking directly to them, that I care about them, that I love them, and I want to be able to contribute into their lives in a powerful way, then that's all I care about. You know what I mean? Because this world has given us a cold shoulder many times. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have a vision, you have a goal, you have a dream, and you don't know anybody else that has that, or you at least feel like you don't know anybody else that has that goal, that has that dream, and you're going through a lot of painful problems and challenges, and you really want to be able to relate to some people, but you don't know how to explain. You know what I mean? You're trying to build an online business that's not going very well, or that's not going according to plan, or you're not, you know what I mean, elevating the results as much as you want, maximizing the results as fast as you want. So, but at the same time, you're okay with that. You want to be able to explain to people that there's a tug of war for your time, your finances, your attention, your love, and you feel like you don't have much. And no, you know what I mean? Not many people can understand on that. With that being said, I want to share with you a couple of things that boosted my motivation a little bit. A couple of things that got me thinking that, you know what I mean, this is not just a dream. This is a reality. This is something that I could truly achieve, something that I could accomplish by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And me realizing my motivation tank, my hope, you know what I mean, my self-esteem, my vision, all of this started to deplete. All of it started to go away. And I started to realize, like, you know what I mean, you could figure life out. You could literally change things in a matter of moments. For me, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, it's been a couple of hours of, you know, running into a video that my brother Idris put on YouTube, that he shared actually from a motivational speaker that we mutually like, Les Brown. So quick shout out to Idris, mashallah, doing amazing work, chasing his dreams. You know, it's one thing to see someone out there achieving their goals and dreams. It's another thing to see someone with the same skin color, the same religion, out there doing their thing and accomplishing big things. And so, you know, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala aid you in your endeavor, brother Idris, and allow you to succeed not only in this life but also in the hereafter. So he posted that video of Les Brown, a speaker that I've been listening to for at least 5 years now, if not more than that. He's probably 73 years old. I'm almost 30, if not 30 already, or somewhere close to it. For anybody who is wondering how old I am, you know, getting pretty old, guys. For those who are in their 20s, early 20s, they're like, you're pretty old, Hussein. So yes, I am, and I'm loving it. I'm aging beautifully. They say aging like wine, but I'll say aging like Zamzam, still keeping the barakah, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. You know, I started to think, like, man, this stuff is hard, like pushing for your goals, pushing for your dreams, especially when you're not getting much traction. I started to watch Les Brown's video, and you know, Les Brown is a motivational speaker I admire a lot. He did a lot, and he does a lot. And he's actually in the hospital with cancer that's kind of spreading all over his body. And what amazed me is, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide him and grant him cure. You know, I started to realize that, you know, even when he is in his most difficult times, even when he's actually going in for a surgery, a procedure that he's getting done to remove some of the cancer. He's 73, I think. And there's like 40 to 50 year gap between us. And I see that life's pain and problems and challenges will never go away. They get harder and harder, but you know, you get stronger and stronger throughout, and you're able to handle it hard, you know what I mean, longer. So I see him and the work that he was doing. You know, one of his videos that I watched was almost an hour. The other video that I watched was almost an hour and a half. But I watched all of it. What started yesterday after I got off work, and I listened to the second part of it this morning. And I realized, someone who is at the level that he is in terms of the work that he's doing, motivating and inspiring people to chase their dreams, to overcome the painful problems and challenges that they're experiencing in their life. I realized this, and for me, just so to say, just beginning my journey, I remember that I really wanted to help people change their lives. I really wanted to help people. I really wanted to motivate individuals. And, to see him going through that much pain, to see him going through cancer, to see him come back from a speaking engagement all the way from the UK straight into the emergency, and then being notified that they have to give him surgery, made me realize that, and he talks about his story, made me realize that it's very, very important for me to share my message with you guys, to share my journey with you guys, to share my painful problems and challenges, as well as blissful success with you guys, to let you guys know that you don't have to quit. You don't have to give up. You can keep going forward. Even if nobody's watching, it really doesn't matter. You should, take steps towards achieving your goals, achieving your dreams by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With that being said, I want to share with you a couple of the things that I did to overcome feeling down, feeling demotivated, and feeling like my power is dwindling. After watching Les Brown, he kind of made me feel good, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, and that's what I want to make you feel like. I want to make you feel good about yourself. I want to boost your self-esteem. I want you to understand, what you've been through is not going to hold you. What you went through is not going to hold you back from accomplishing your goals and dreams. And, what you are going through right now will not stop you from achieving your goals, achieving your dreams. And what you will go through, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, no matter how hard it gets and how hard it is, that will not stop you from achieving your goals, achieving your dreams. You will achieve your goals, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. You will achieve your dreams. And I hope that you can hear from the bottom of my heart and soul that no matter how much pain you're going through, it's not going to defeat you. You're going to do better. You will do better, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And, I was listening to Les Brown talk about his own pains, his own problems and challenges, and some of the painful problems and challenges that he's seen. And, you know what I mean? His son going through a bipolar disorder episode. For any of the people who have mental disorders or mental disorders in their families, we know how painful that is. Having a couple of family members have that mental disorder. And he talks about one of his other sons who's going through a stroke, and seeing that he could barely swallow. He's barely going through what life has to give him. Is just so much pain. And then he got back to himself, and he was talking about his story of how he started and everything else. And it inspires people. Stumbling all over my words. It inspired the living crap out of me. It inspired me to let me know that no matter how much pain you're going through, how much pain you will go through, life will move on. You will do better. You will do better, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Inshallah, you will do better. We will do better. I will do better, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. I am better. I will do better. I will get better. I will give better. And inshallah, I will receive better, first and foremost, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then from you guys, whatever that reception will be. I don't know what it will be. But all I know is I will give first before asking from anybody else. I want to give you my inspiration. I want to give you my motivation. I want to give you my transformation. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And seeing Les Brown go through so much pain, and him talking about him being labeled educably mentally retarded, or what, you know what I mean? He couldn't learn. He was put in the special needs classes where they're telling him, you know what I mean, he couldn't learn better. And He had a twin, and he was called the dumb twin. And all the stories that he was sharing with us, and I realized that I have to share my story with you in order for you to be inspired and motivated. And I know some people are going to feel awkward about this, and some people are not going to like it because directly or indirectly it's about them. But it's not really about them. It's about me. It's about my life and my journey and how I want to inspire and motivate people. So I want to share with you a couple of my painful problems and challenges that I've struggled with throughout my life. You know what I mean? And I'm doing this because I want to inspire and motivate the individuals who feel like giving up, who feel like they're worthless, who feel like they can't accomplish much in life. And this is the first time I'm actually doing it. When you feel like giving up in life, when you feel like you're at your low point. And alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I'm not quite at my low point, but I was getting there. Before I got there, you know what I mean, I wanted to kind of get out of that mental state, get out of that physical state, get out of that, you know what I mean, eating junk food, chocolate, eating whatever to kind of dilute all of that, whatever drugs that you're using to get rid of the pain is not going to go away unless you go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, unless you make istighfar and tawbah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I really wanted to share that with you. And with the conversations that I was having, I traveled back deep into some deep thoughts about the pain of money, the pain of deen, the pain of relationships, the pain of life. You know what I mean? Not being able to have the necessary time to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as we should. Not having the necessary time to connect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and not having enough money to live life the way that we want. Not having, you know what I mean, the time to spend time with our families and everybody else. And you know what I mean? It gets to you because it becomes a little bit too complex where life is not balanced. And even when you're looking for harmony, it looks like it's hard to kind of harmonize all the competing parts of your life. When you're getting your deen right, you're losing on your money. When you're, you know, getting your money right, you're losing on your deen. And when you're getting one of the other, you're losing your health. And then, you know what I mean? When you're having one or the other, you're losing your family. When you're losing the family, you're losing yourself. Who are you? You know what I mean? You start to ask yourself, like, who am I? What am I doing in life? And asking yourself some philosophical questions, and asking yourself some theological questions, and asking yourself some soul-searching questions like, what am I here to give in life? What am I here to do? What am I here to contribute? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are asking yourself that. And when I was doing a lot of these contents that I'm doing online and in person, whenever I get a chance to speak, whenever I get invited to give khutbah, whenever I get invited to speak at a certain event or any other thing, any speaking engagements, you know, there's very few and far in between. But I realized that I can't quit on achieving my dreams. And I realized that we have to figure out a way to balance our lives. We have to figure out, you know, our life journey. And as I was posting all these videos on whenever I was so motivated and so pumped up, ready to inspire and motivate everybody and ready to go at life, I realized that, you know, those are just the surface level. How can we go deeper into my mind on what I'm truly thinking about? How can I go deeper into my heart on how I truly feel about the situation? And how can we go into our soul on who I really am? And I really thought about that for a little while, and I'm like, you know, if you post this content, you might just create more confusion with them. You might create more chaos, because a lot of the general population, you know, the laymen, so to say, including myself, it's like we don't understand a lot of these high-level information. And we go up all the way to the intellectuals, the scholars, the teachers. All of these individuals, they are the ones who understand deeply before you even mention what you're mentioning. They understand the depth of what you're trying to say. And I was like, you know what? If you talk about some of this high-level stuff like evil eye, jinn possessions, you know what I mean, black magic, you know what I mean, most people will get scared. Most people will not listen to you. Most people will not understand. And when you're talking about the deen and how, you know what I mean, you're after the hustle, you're after the grind of entrepreneurship, employee, future employer, and investor. You know what I mean? You're not trying to let go one or the other. You want to combine both of them and achieving the amazing life that you want to achieve. You know, some people think you have to give up the dunya in order to be successful in deen. And some people think that you have to give up your deen in order to feel successful and be successful in this dunya. And a lot of people are going one way or the other. And for me, I realize no matter how hard it is or how painful it is, I could have my deen in my right hand and my heart. And I could have my dunya in my left hand. And I won't put it any further than that, because I know the dunya is not more than what it is. But in any case, I won't belittle it. The money is important. But the deen, the prayer, the salah, the dua, the istighfar and tawbah is more important. And I realized that, you know what I mean, how can I be myself? How can I do the things that I want to do? How can I be the person that I want to be? How can I do the things that I want to do? How can I give the things that I want to give? How can I receive the things that I want to receive by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And I'm like, nobody will understand you, Hussein. Nobody will understand where you're coming from. Nobody will understand that you have dreams and goals beyond anybody's imagination. You know what I mean? Like, you want to become a motivational speaker that travels the world. You want to become an online, a digital entrepreneur. You want to become an investor. You want to become a serial entrepreneur. But on top of that, you want to become an Islamic scholar, which is more important to me than all these other accolades, all of these other things that I want to achieve. But I realized I really have to get started to be perfect. I can't be perfect to start. I don't know how to transfer this message to you. I don't know how to get my message out. I don't know who my audience is, even though it's a Muslim entrepreneur, investor, someone who loves to get their money right, someone who's adventurous, who loves to travel. I don't know how to reach those people. I don't know how to get my message out. I don't know how to say, you can achieve your success in this life and in the hereafter. You don't have to give up anything of this dunya to achieve success in the hereafter. I don't know how to get that message out. I really don't. And you know what I mean? I ran into Les Brown and seeing how many amazing things that he was doing. And I'm trying to figure out, you know, should you go after the money? Should you go after the impact? Should you go after the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You know what I mean? I have multiple books that I read on occasion and constantly. And I'm trying to figure out this dream that I have and this huge purpose that is driving me, and the amount of work that is in between. How in the world can I keep taking these steps? And a part of it is sharing, you know what I mean, the most painful problems and challenges with you, along with the unbelievable, blissful success and adventures that I was having. And that's what I'm here to do today, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. That's what I want to encourage you to do. And you know what I mean, whoever's watching, wherever you're watching, across the globe, wherever you may be, I really want to inspire and motivate you, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, to live your dreams, to live your goals. Go after whatever you wanted to achieve. If it's a deen goal, go after it 100%. If it's a money goal, go after it 100%. But don't let that pull you away from remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in His beautiful kalam. If you want to be adventurous, if you want to maximize your life with true adventure, traveling, everything that you want to do, go ahead and do that. and everything that you want to achieve, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And I know whoever viewed this video while it was live, or whoever will view this video when it is posted on YouTube and on Facebook and any other platform that anybody else shares it on, it's important to understand that whatever painful problems and challenges that you're going through, when however you feel like you want to give up on things, or you maybe even already gave up, I want you to get up and shake it off. Get going in life. Move forward and get motivated, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Anybody who is liking this video and commenting, and everybody else, shout out to my cousin Jamal on YouTube, someone who's always showing so much love, so much my YouTube, what do you call it?